Very good evening, everyone. Jeremy here, quantstrategic.com.sg, and a weekly recap on the S&P 500 on the week closing of 12th of March 2021, and the bull run continues for the S&P 500, closing at 3943, 57 points short of 4,000, the all-important psychological level of the S&P 500. And if you look at the Dow Jones Industrial on a monthly basis as well, look at that beautiful uptrend on the Dow Jones Industrial, closing at 32778, above the psychological 30,000 point. And if you look at the Nasdaq, even more impressive, super Nasdaq rally at 14,000 points, almost touching, closing at 12,935. All right, so the S&P 500 is in line with the entire US market rallying. All right, and the only sector which is underperforming at the moment is the XLE, which is the energy sector, which has corrected quite a little bit, but has now shown signs of coming back to life. And perhaps if the last sector on the energy in the US markets is able to recover, together with aviation and maritime sectors, together with XME, which is also the metals and mining ETF, which has also broken up from a level of $31 just 3 months back, together also with the oil and gas sectors, which has suffered a lot during the crisis, having to bounce back. Perhaps you might find a little bit of energy and juice for the S&P 500 moving forward and hitting that 4,000 mark. On the weekly basis on the S&P 500 on the medium term charts, very nice bullish action. Long signal 1st of June 2020, long at 3168, right now with a pivot support at 3554. The strength of this medium term charts is very visible. As you can see, price action is above the cloud line on the SSSA line, above the Kijun white line, with a support at 3569 and a support at 3842, the fast moving average Tenkan line on the S&P 500 in the medium term. So there's one particular pivot that you want to watch on the weekly charts, which is 3554, which acts as a support for any short-term pullback on the daily charts or the 4-hourly charts that I'm talking about. Bringing you to the shorter term charts, starting with the daily charts. You can see on the daily charts, the rally started just before the US elections last November. On the 5th of November, there was a long signal at 3471, targeting new all-time highs. We closed at 3880, and then we had a slight correction right here on the 29th of Jan, and that dip was bought at about 3680. We closed almost at 4,000 at 3960. Then we pulled back, and the second buy on the dip at 3720, bringing us to the close at 3943 last Friday. And what we want to see right now is this particular pivot point, whereby you want to see price action moving and breaking above 4011 and trading above 4011, above this pivot line, which will turn the short-term indicators bullish once again. So 4011 is the price level to watch. Alternatively, if you see price action retreat from 4011, you'll find a first layer of support just at the SSSB line on the cloud at 3800, and first action you will see might be a range between 4,000 and 3,008, and perhaps a break above 4,000 at a later date. Worst case scenario is you see price action break below 3,800, then we might test the 3554 level right around here, all right, for a medium term correction which is deeper, and we'll have to see how the price action will actually trade out over the next couple of weeks as we close the month of March. All right, so 3 scenarios: a break above the pivot at 4011, getting higher highs, or a little bit of a range trade between 4011 to 3008, which is at the cloud line of the SSSB, or between 3008 to 3560, that will mark a short-term correction for the S&P 500. Finally, on the little bit shorter term charts on 4 hourly, you can see that we had a long signal on the 8th of March, last trading week, somewhere on Tuesday, where the S&P broke out once again above the cloud and managed to hit its 3960 level, which matches the previous high on the last attempt. All right, so this particular level seems to be quite an overhead resistance, and we want to see price action go above 4,011 points and move upwards. Otherwise, the pivot support right now lies at 3878 in a very short term. All right, so you'll use the daily chart 4011 as a pivot overhead resistance and the support at 3878 if you're a swing trader, right? Because this will give you an indication on the health of the US market in the short term if you're doing swing trades. So in conclusion, the S&P 500 with a close at 3943, only 57 points away from the psychological all important 4,000 mark, and with the Dow Jones already cracking 30,000 and the Nasdaq ripping through record highs, it's quite difficult to believe that the S&P 500 might correct now, and all signs point to a test of 4,000. Long-term, medium-term is bullish. The shorter-term charts, we had a sell signal, but you can see that if we manage to break this overhead pivot at 4011, then we are on target to break and make all-time highs. And meanwhile, the shorter-term charts on the 4 hourly, there is a long signal at 3870 last Tuesday, and if this price action continues, then we might break this pivot at 4011. So in a shorter term, for those who are already planning to exit some positions on swing trades in the US market, then look for this pivot at 3878. If this breaks, then the short-term charts will be a little bit bearish for the dailies as well as the 4 hourly, and perhaps then this 3544 level may come into play. Thanks for watching, everyone, and don't forget to click subscribe and like if you find this video meaningful. We're going to have a update as well to the Straits Times Index in the Singapore markets coming soon. Thanks for watching, guys, and have a great weekend.